Welcome to the first session of Storm King's Thunder. Before we get started, I would like to thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. If you're watching on Twitch, if you scroll down, you should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image and they should pop up. Each of those tiles will take you to a website. The first on the list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as leather covers for your core rulebooks. She's got a full line of dice bracelets if you like to show off your geekdom. And she has a dice rolling mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. All of these can be customized. She does absolutely fabulous work. She's incredibly talented, does everything by hand. However, if you're going to order, make sure you give yourself a little bit of time. She's in the UK, so it can take a while to get over here. Having said that, I don't know that you would make it in time for Christmas, but I encourage you to make the attempt. Next on the list is Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash. They have a full line of spray-on cologne and eco-friendly aluminum-free deodorant. If you're a first-time purchaser, you can go to fablebeardco.com and create an account. And if you put 2 beard oils into your cart and use the code FIRST, you will get the second beard oil for free. Each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Today I am wearing Gingerbread Man Beard Balm, which is one of their holiday Christmas scents. It's funny because when I first got it, it was really super powerful on the cinnamon side. But now I've actually had this 10 for a year. I don't use it very often. It tends to now smell more like gingerbread now that it's aged a bit, but either one is a fabulous scent. People are going to come up to you and say, "Hey, you smell like Christmas." So I highly recommend them. They have a plethora of different scent profiles, so there are plenty for you to peruse and choose from. So this is the first session of Storm King's Thunder, and we will just be getting right into it. There's nothing to recap. Well, I guess there is a little bit of a recap. So, it has been 3 years since the event of the last campaign, Tyranny of Dragons. Over the course of that 3 years, things have stabilized. The treasure that was stolen all of the treasure that was stolen by the Cult of the Dragon, most of it, I would say probably a good 65% of it has been returned to their proper owners. The rest of it is sitting kind of in escrow, still searching for the owners, and if not, it will be absorbed into the different factions that were involved in that, such as the Lord's Alliance and the Emerald Enclave, and even the Gentrim may get some of it for their assistance, but none for the Red Wizards of Thay. Those bastards didn't do anything to help. So things in the region have kind of calmed back down into a sense of normalcy. And you all are traveling from the town of Daggerford north on the high road towards Waterdeep. And you've all joined together for one reason or the other. And we're going to go down the list and you can describe your characters. So, Cameron, why don't you tell us about Smokey?
Smokey the Bugbear is a ranger, and he joined to prevent forest fires.
All right. Succinct and to the point. Zin Quinnell, tell us about your character.
So, you can call me Zinc for short. I am a Twilight Cleric, and I serve the moon goddess. So,
that's no moon.
look after sailors and navigators, and am connected to the sea and sky, and moody like the moon.
And whenever she gets plumber pants, you could say, well, she's worshiping Saloon. All right. Let's see here. CL, tell us about Clitoris.
Well, with the business and control of the mouse. So Clitoris appears to be an elven maiden, decked out in paladin shit. She's actually a changeling, so that it is actually difficult to find her.
So here's a question. Are you going to tell the rest of your party members that you're a changeling, or are you going to keep that to yourself?
I'll keep that to myself for now.
Okay. I would think that of racism in any race, changelings are probably the most misunderstood, because most people in most realms, be it Greyhawk or anything else, believe that the only shapeshifters are really doppelgangers, and they're not to be trusted.
Yeah.
So yeah. I would think that changelings are probably even more feared than like tieflings.
Yeah, so she appears to be an elven paladin, and she's here to right any wrongs of extraplanar critters.
Okay. Let's see here. Billy, tell us about Steve the Devil.
Well, Steve the Devil looks like a winged tiefling, very red, little sparkly from the scales of the dragon blood running through him for the sorcery power. Steve was a human, but got a wish from a bronze dragon he found in a little cave out in the middle of the woods when he was foraging for herbs. Or copper dragons. I'm sorry, copper dragons, because they're mischievous. So he was out gathering herbs, found this dragon. Dragon granted him a wish, because the dragon's a dick. And he wished for power, and it turned him into a devil.
Nice.
So he got run out of his village because everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's evil!" He's like, "Oh, come on, guys! Like, what the fuck?" And yeah, he was stoned by his family and was forced out of town. So now he's just trying to find a place where he can be a burnout 30-year-old lived in his mama's basement.
Okay. Well, you probably came to the right group. Let's see here. Jeff, tell us about Scaly Montebank.
It's pronounced Montbanku. In his swampy tribal village, they had a elf merchant that got mired in the muck nearby. So he thinks that's a glorious, sophisticated, upright thing to try and be. So his posture is very formal, and he thinks elves are an attainable goal.
Okay. And is he a druid?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
His garb is like he bought fine merchant wear at one point, but he was not successful, so he's rather grubby. But they may have been nice clothes at one point in the past.
Okay. And Brian, tell us about Webben. Are you muted? I don't think you're muted. Brian, are you with us?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
That's so weird. My Bluetooth speakers, like the headset, the microphone on it was just not working.
Huh. That's actually not that unusual for Bluetooth. They do wonky things sometimes.
Stupid Bluetooth.
Yes. Tell us about Webbin.
Okay, Weebin. His name is Weebin Hillfallen. He is an urchin. He grew up on the streets. He had a family until something went bad. He doesn't like to talk about it. And since then, he's been living on the streets and learning to get by being a masterful pickpocket. But through all that, he never lost his playful goodness and just loves to run around and have fun when he can. And when he's not trying to get by, he has fun. And he's always looking for a new way to have fun.
Okay.
Adventure would sound amazing to him. And remember, it's Weebin. Don't
Weebin.
call me Webbin. Don't call me Webbin. He hates when people call him Webbin.
Okay.
Just give up with that right now, by the way.
All right. So, like I said, you have left Daggerford heading north on the high road. You've been traveling along the high road for days. As evening approaches, you spot a wooden signpost next to a trail that heads north into the hills. Nailed to the post are 3 arrow-shaped signs. The 2 marked Waterdeep and Daggerford follow the high road but point in opposite directions. The 3rd, marked Nightstone, beckons you to follow the trail. If memory serves, Nightstone is roughly 10 miles up the trail. So, this is the town of Nightstone, right on the edge there of the Ardeep Forest. And you head up the trail. Zoom out a bit here so I can actually see everybody. After following the trail for 10 miles, you hear the ringing of a bell. The sound grows louder as Nightstone comes into view. A river flows around the settlement, forming a moat. The village itself is contained within a wooden palisade, beyond which you can see a windmill, a tall steeple, and high-pitched rooftops of several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no other activity in the village. The trail ends before a lower drawbridge that spans the moat. Beyond the drawbridge, 2 stone watchtowers flank an open gap in the palisade. South of the village, and surrounded by a river moat, is a cone-shaped, flat-topped hill on which stands a stone keep enclosed by a wooden wall. The keep, which overlooks the village, has partially collapsed. A wooden bridge that once connected the keep to the village has also partially collapsed. So you see no activity going on. The drawbridge at the end of the trail here is down and open. And you can see that the keep has taken some damage and collapsed, and that the bridge, because it's on a different island, the bridge connecting the two has also partially collapsed. You may move freely to where you want to go.
Maybe the normals should get in the front.
The normies?
Yeah, in case there's any people. Because I'm going to scare the shit out of whoever sees me in the front.
Yeah, usually when Steve walks around, he has his wings tucked around him like gargoyles and a cloak, so like to keep low profile. So he'll stay in the middle towards the back.
Yeah, I really weird. We don't have a lot of normies.
No, you're all
There's
a little...
no one normal. We got a lizard person, a mer person, a bugbear. None, a winged
Devil.
humid person. There's not a lot of like doo everybody inconspicuous. 1, 2, 3 go.
There's no humans here. I see a discrete lack of diversity.
Scaly's like reassured because all the others are just softies to him.
Yeah, I guess we could stick our elven paladin in front.
That's the closest we have to normal.
I will be behind that one. Closest to normal, but not in the front. But, no, not gonna stand in front. Nope, not standing in front.
Due to his fascination with elves, Scaly is parroting the elf paladin.
Actually, let me move you up a bit here.
Which makes his posture for lizard folk look very uncomfortable, but he's trying.
So I guess paladin in front.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll hide in the bush.
So when you finally get up to the drawbridge, you see it's lowered. It's 20 feet long, 10 feet wide, made of sturdy oak planks. Iron chains bolted to the drawbridge connect the winch mechanisms to the two nearby watchtowers. Everybody make a wisdom survival check.
Scaly starts off big.
I got a 10.
Yeah, shit.
So,
Soft 20?
10 for Steve.
Okay.
Steve's not bright.
And Brian got a soft 20. So, Weeben, Clitoris, and Scaly, you all see that there are several humanoid tracks in the grass and dirt leading up to the drawbridge. Most of the tracks lead north. You also find, you find these tracks that lead north, you see humanoid tracks, looks like boot prints in the dirt and mud and grass that all lead to the north. But you also find smaller humanoid tracks that are leading from the north toward the drawbridge, as well as two sets of unusually large wolf tracks that are heading toward the bridge. You do not, however, see any of these smaller tracks of the wolf tracks coming back out.
Scaly will point out that soft ones went that way and smaller soft ones went that way.
Okay.
Can anybody see what these things are?
You can move closer and investigate.
Hey guys, you think I'm gonna be able to find a big bag of herbs while we're here? You think I'm an herbalist?
Well, possibly.
Are you looking to cook?
I'm not looking to cook, but I am looking to bake.
You see these things are actually large boulders.
Really large boulders.
I just got the joke.
And you can, so these large boulders, you can tell that they probably weren't here before. Something lobbed them. There are, like the ground, you can tell that the ground has been impacted by these things.
So somebody wasn't playing a big game of marbles?
Well, maybe, or playing bocce ball with a village. The bell ringing is coming from this building here. It appears to be a temple.
are there any fish in the moat rivery thing?
Probably. It's a natural river.
I would like to ask them what happened, if they know anything about what happened.
Ask the fish what happened?
If they know anything,
Well,
because I can talk to fish.
so go ahead and make a nature check first so that we can see if you can find any fish to speak to.
Fair. Nope, I can't. I did not identify that there were any fish in there.
No. No. Also, there is a door on the back side of each of these towers that would allow you to step in.
I'll walk in home.
Is anybody else going with Smokey?
I'll go in.
Okay.
If one of the things goes, I will follow, hiding behind them.
What about the rest of you?
I will stay. Steve will stay outside and just kind of look around and keep watch, see if anybody comes nosing.
Okay.
I'm bolting behind the biggest person in our party.
Okay, well
Which
that
character icon is the elf?
would probably be... are you going into the tower or staying outside?
I'm going in
that's-
with whoever's big.
Okay.
That's the elf.
And what about Scaly?
I'm so preoccupied with having been in the presence of an elf that I'm just busy mimicking postures and looking around. I'm like a little kid copying dad. I'm trying to figure out what to do to be more like that.
Okay.
I'm really preoccupied with it, by the way.
Which is great considering you're not a real elf.
Yeah.
This is the most
Well,
elf person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't need another map for this. So, the two watchtowers flank the entrance to the village, forming a gatehouse of sorts. Each tower contains a winch, and both mechanisms must be turned to extend or retract.
Please, can you stop for a second? Can everybody check their Roll20 settings to make sure you're not getting double audio?
Yes, make sure that you have it set to video only on both. That is a good idea.
Because I got crazy. I know it reset when I joined a new game, and I'm
Right.
getting crazy like echo and feedback.
Yes. Good idea. So the watchtowers that flank the entrance of the village, forming a gatehouse of sorts. Each tower contains a winch, and both mechanisms must be turned to extend or retract the chains that raise or lower the drawbridge. You determine that if there were people in both watch houses, you could operate the winches simultaneously, and it would take one round to raise or lower the drawbridge by 30 degrees. So it would take 3 rounds to fully raise or fully lower the drawbridge. But that's all that's in these two watch houses. No signs of people. Steve the Devil, you examine these. You get a chance to look up close at these boulders. You determine that they were either dropped from a extreme height. It doesn't appear to you that they were launched by like a trebuchet, for instance, or a catapult. And the reason I say that is that these things dropped and landed and created their little crater in the ground. You don't see any evidence of them bouncing or rolling. Like a trebuchet, it would hit and skid. You're not seeing that. These things were just dropped.
Almost like a meteor storm.
Mm-hmm. And from your vantage point, you can see around the village, such as here, that some of these things hit buildings.
Do I see any villagers in the village right now? Is it just us in the party?
The village appears to be empty.
How tall are the towers? Like this tower?
They are... Well, they're technically 2 stories tall. Each story is about 10 feet. So 20 feet high. And they have an open crenellated rooftop.
Looking around, if nobody's really paying too close attention to me, I will spread my wings and fly to the top just to get a higher overview of the town.
Okay. So you get a overview of the town. Let me see something here. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. They're not tall enough for you to really see over the top of the temple, but you can see that these boulders have been dropped, have caused numerous damage around town. You can make out the signs of a couple of corpses where these boulders have dropped. And you also see that there are other watchtowers along the wooden palisade. And directly to the south of you, one of the watchtowers has been partially destroyed by one of these boulders.
What does it look like that's on 10? If I can see that guy, does that look like a temple or something up there on the hill?
On 10.
Oh, it says like 5, 10. It's like right next to that tower that's destroyed.
Oh, so that is the windmill, and it is raised up on a man-made hill.
Oh, okay.
And kind of a little terraced thing. It goes up 5 feet, then up 10 feet, and there's this windmill there.
I'll yell down to the party, like, I don't see anybody moving around in the town.
Everybody make a perception check.
Scaly be looking for where the little tracks go too.
Okay.
8. Not good.
16 for Clitoris.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna rush into the Bell building after this because that's gotta be annoying as hell, right?
Yeah, just the constant ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I'm done.
Steve got a 5.
So, Scaly and Clitoris, everybody else, you can hear the sounds of like farm animals and chickens and whatnot that have clearly gotten loose, and you can hear them squawking and making sounds all over the town. But Clitoris and Scaly, you hear the sound of a pig in serious distress coming from this direction on the side of the temple.
Lunch.
Go over to investigate and squeeze the pig.
Okay.
I'll get ready to go in the temple, but yeah, well, their pig event first.
The pig event.
Yeah, I will be interested in the temple as soon as the pork issue has been handled.
The pork issue.
The porkini.
Yeah, the porkening sounds like an entirely new kind of porn. Okay.
Someone has some gnarly background noise.
I think it's Billy.
Yeah.
Nothing going on here.
I'll mute, see if that helps.
Yep, it went away.
It's all your fault. Your mic is too powerful.
Yeah, which is weird because there's literally nothing making sound here.
Yeah, it just sounds like air, like white noise.
Yeah, I think like it picks up on that if nobody's talking. Sometimes it starts picking up on white noise, and then it just gets weirdly loud, but yeah, I don't know.
Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to find something here. There we go. So you come around the corner, and there are two wargs that have slaughtered a dog and are in the process of slaughtering a pig, and immediately take notice of you and think that humanoids are much tastier meals. So everybody roll initiative.
Damn. I clearly do not want to fight.
I mean, you guys are level 1, so wargs could be a little tricky. So to describe this square, so this is technically the square. It is a muddy open area with a 5-foot deep hole in the middle of it. So right here is not a boulder. You just see that there's this 5-foot deep hole. Looks like something was there and is now not there. And there is the village well is here in the square. Wow. Clitoris got a 23. So I guess that proves the point. Clitoris really does go first.
Cheeky. It was a nat 20 for a 23.
Weeben, what'd you get? Weeben got a 9. I think.
Yeah. I forgot to put it into the thing. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
I forgot how we do things around here.
It's been so long since we played.
Want to be part of the group?
So, Clitoris, you see these two wargs. Now, wargs are, for lack of a better term, they're like goblinoid wolves. They are large monstrosities. What would you like to do? The pig is still squealing, but it's not going to be squealing for long.
Sorry. The Taurus is trying to get stimulation. I mean, coffee.
Yes.
The Taurus is gonna get her sword and shield and proclaim death to the evil foes
Okay.
and attack the war.
Go for it.
Nat 20 for a 25.
Ooh, that's a good way to start the campaign. Double damage.
Uh, 16 damage.
Okay.
Man, this war's gonna be over before the stoner knows what happened.
Anything with a bonus action or any more movement?
No. It said that my divine sense was an action. Does that mean like a regular standard action?
Yes. So you can use divine sense to do things like detect evil or good or things like that.
Yeah.
So, Smokey, what would you like to do?
Let's see here. I think I'll move to over here. And it says that I have proficiency with sneak attack. So, am I allowed to do that?
As a bugbear? Yeah. Hold on here. Are bugbears in Xanathar's guide or in Tasha's? Or Volo's? I don't remember. I want to say Volo's. Let me double double check.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I looked it up on D&D Beyond, I guess.
Yeah. It's in one of these. I vaguely remember that it's specific. It is not in Tasha's. It might be in one of the Magic the Gathering books too. Jeff, do you remember where you found your bugbear stuff, or was it all on?
I just have it in my D&D Beyond collections. I'm trying to see if it gives me notes on what sources. Bolos. Yes, it's in Bolos.
It is.
If you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, you do an extra 2d6.
So it has. I'm sorry. Read that again.
They are proficient in the stealth skill, and they get a racial surprise attack. If you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals an extra 2d6.
So it works almost like assassinate. So they're not surprised, so it wouldn't count in this instance.
Okay. All right. I'll shoot him with my bow.
Okay. Which one? This one or the one to the north? I guess these guys are a little
close to me.
okay. These guys are a little small for being large monstrosities. I think that's probably more appropriate. All right, go ahead and make your attack.
I got a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool. Oh, damn it. I rolled a 1 for damage. Okay.
Did you add your dexterity modifier to it?
No, I didn't. So 2.
All right. Okay. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I used up all my movement, and yeah, I don't have a good bonus action yet because I'm
Okay.
level 1.
Yeah. Not a whole lot going on at one, other than scraping to stay alive. Zinc, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit. Who's looking for? Has this guy taken any damage yet?
Not yet.
Okay, then I'm going to hit him with Toll of the Dead.
Okay, so he gets a con save, is that right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
12.
Okay. Nope, he only gets an 8.
Sweet. So let's see. Well, his turn. Yes. Ah! I only got 1 too.
Oh, no.
Well, that's poopy.
Well, at least you guys
And I just tanked it.
Hey, you're trying. That's what counts.
Made an effort. Yeah,
Yeah.
so far, Zinc's not great with them dice.
Yet participation trophy. All right,
That's all I
so
got.
the first rogue or warg is going to. It's not going to tolerate being beat on by Clitoris, and so is going to try to bite Clitoris, which sounds great. I love saying that.
It's gonna go on and on.
This is for the next 7-8 months. This is going to be a running gag. But the warg only gets an 11 to hit. which I'm sure does not bite Clitoris.
Surprisingly, the word missed.
Yeah, no, I figured. Yes. This warg is not going to go wee 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 all the way home. This warg is going to come over and try to bite Smokey. Eight. All right, that dice is going in the freezer.
No, yeah, that didn't help.
Okay. Weeben, what would you like to do?
Weeben can't unmute because Weeben fails at life. Weeben can't do much other than catch up to the party and go, wait, guys, what's happening?
With your whole 25 feet of movement. Do you have a ranged weapon? I mean, you're a rogue, you could throw a dagger.
I do have a dagger I could throw, and it's not my main weapon, so it's a knife. I don't like to call it a dagger. That's what I'm fancy folk. It's a knife, okay? I got a knife, and I can throw my knife.
Okay.
You fancy people with your fancy words. I'll throw my knife at this one. How far is that? Yeah, that's close. Okay. Nope. I threw my knife and rolled all of a 5.
Yeah, no, you throw your knife and it falls into the well.
Damn!
You hear clink, 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 splash.
Fucking knife.
Anything with a bonus action. I mean, as a bonus action, you could throw another knife.
I have another knife. That was my only knife.
You didn't start with 2 daggers?
Maybe? Am I supposed to?
I thought you would have started with 2 daggers.
Well, if I do have 2, after throwing one into a well, I'm definitely not going to throw it. So...
You're just gonna hang on to it?
I'm going to hang on to it. I do have my main weapon, but I'm not using that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to just attempt to kind of hide.
Okay.
I only use like 22 feet of my movement, so I'm going to do a little half step over here and just hide behind this.
Yes. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Hiding is a thing I do.
Yes.
And the stealth check is 1 second. Come on. There we go. 19.
Okay. So I will put that in your blue bubble. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Steve is gonna flappity to the top of this building.
Okay.
Okay. So what's that distance? It's 25 feet. We're gonna do a nice firebolt
All right.
at the wargig.
This one that's attacking Smokey or the one that's attacking Clitoris?
That'd be Smokey, because the way the building is, I probably don't have a clean shot at it.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be at disadvantage.
So yeah, we'll shoot that one, and that's going to be a 17.
That hits.
For a whopping 3 damage.
All right. After running a full campaign, it takes a while for my brain to get used to you guys being level 1 and doing these paltry numbers. It's like, why is a warg so difficult to kill? Huh?
And missing
Yeah.
Since we've been this low level.
So, Steve, what is your passive perception?
Let's see. Passive is 0.
0?
Well, it'd be 10.
Okay. So on a 10, you can see this bell ringing in the steeple that is just behind you here. And you can see that something below in the temple is pulling the rope. You can see the rope getting pulled. It's pretty steady.
Huh. Interesting.
Scaly, what would you like to do?
Which of the wargs looks closer to dead?
The one here fighting Clitaris.
I shall protect Clitaris then.
Okay.
Things don't bite back. So I cast Primal Savagery and roll a spell attack. Let's see if I hit. Ooh, does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Then it shall take 8 points of acid damage.
Oof. Yeah, you hit this warg with your acid damage, and the warg keels over, and you can see where your acid has just eaten through its rib cage, and it's just laying there sizzling and dying.
So Scaly will resume his upright, formal posture. Meanwhile, a hunk of warg meat sizzling in his jaws as he chews through it.
Okay. We are back to Clitaris. What would you like to do?
Clitoris is going to give a stoic nod to the lizard.
That will do.
That'll do, lizard.
You hear some rather grotesque crunching sounds.
Then we're just going to wander over here.
The real journey for Jeff is all the friends he eats along the way.
Memories.
Yes.
Do you have anything special for flanking?
No, not using the optional rules for flanking.
Okay.
How 17 hits. However, you do get advantage on the roll because there is a ally of your party within 5 feet.
Well, we'll go with 17.
Okay. That is.
11 damage?
Okay. The warg lets out a whine, but is still up.
How dare you?
Smokey, we are back to you.
Okay, I will attack it with, I have a short sword. $16.
That hits.
One or two.
Ugh.
Wait, do you add dexterity or strength when you're doing a melee weapon?
Either one. Short sword is a finesse weapon.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do 4 then, because my strength is really good.
Okay. All right. Anything with a bonus action? Do you have 2 short swords?
I do. Can I dual wield?
Yeah, you're a ranger. You can dual wield.
Roll the 4 for that second attack.
Nope, that's a miss.
Can I sniff the air and see if the warg meat smells good or gross?
Needs what?
Does it smell appetizing? Do I want to get in on some warg before Scaly eats it all?
Not really.
No? Okay.
It's-
well, good to know.
Wargs, so you know how dogs get the wet dog smell? Wargs smell that way all the time, except it's not really wet dog, it's more like goblin jockstrap.
Oh, gross. Okay.
I'm used to the swamp, so most things smell like jockstrap.
Right. Zinc, what would you like to do?
I am going to move just a skosh and then throw my trident.
Okay.
Ugh, 10.
Nope, your trident lands in the dirt right in front of the warg.
Boo. Okay. That's all I got.
Okay. The warg is going to... the warg's going to continue his attack and try to attack Smokey again. God damn it. And he only gets an 11.
11 is my AC.
It is. Okay. Well, then I don't feel as bad.
If I die, I'll be a normal person next.
10 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Okay, I made it.
Okay. So normally, if a ward succeeds on an attack, you have to make the saving throw or be knocked prone. And you succeed. You see this ward clamp down and bite into Smokey. Weeben, what would you like to do?
Don't hurt my friend! I will rush up to here and try and stab it with my rapier.
All right. You have advantage on the attack, and sneak attack applies.
Sweet. 20 something to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Sometimes I just round. I don't actually do the math.
Right, yeah.
2, 7, 9.
13 damage.
Ooh. You run up and stab the warg, and it goes down.
It was a precision strike right to its heart.
Yes. So,
You big people get hurt a lot. Weeben kills.
so you can still hear the bell ringing. And Steve, the devil, are you going to let them know that something is pulling the rope? Oh, Steve.
Are we out of?
In the meantime, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Cleet.
Okay.
Well, that sucked. 4 whole points.
My dagger.
Yeah, Weeben's. So Weeben, you pull the bucket up from the well, and actually,
I wish I'd rolled a 1 instead of a 2. I could have re-rolled it. At least with a 1, I get the re-roll ability with my halfling.
sorry, I had to double check something. So this weekend is busy for me. I'm starting 2 brand new campaigns. I'm starting the campaign today, and then tomorrow I'm starting a brand new Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. And I was like, wait, isn't there something in the well? No, I'm confusing my 2 campaigns. So Weeben, you bring up the bucket of water, and your dagger is in the bucket.
We've been finding the dagger.
Billy, are you with us?
Yeah.
There you are. So, were you going to tell the rest of the party about the rope being pulled?
Oh, I thought that went through. Oh, yeah, I let everybody know. I think somebody's in the building. Then I, fly over there and stick my head in the hole and look down the rope and be like, hey, who's down there?
Okay. You see, you look down the rope, and you see these 2 goblins that are cackling and laughing, that are taking turns jumping and grabbing the rope and swinging from the rope.
Damn goblins. Oh. How far down is it?
It is... That's a good question.
Steve probably looks like Krampus peering down the chimney at him.
It's maybe 15 feet. Well, no, it'd be longer than that. It's probably 20 feet down because this is the steeple.
Just a little too far away. I was going to lightning lure one of them up the chimney.
And the main entrance to the temple is here.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit down there, so I'll fly over here and tell people that, hey, there's some goblins in there, as I hide my wings again.
Okay. And you guys can tell from the partially broken stained glass windows that are in this temple, this is a temple of Lathander, the Morning Lord.
So, looking through the windows, can we see how many, or if there are other goblins in there?
You're not able to see where the goblins are. The steeples, the bell and steeple are actually part of another room.
Okay, but there's looking through the windows with the stained glass. There's not like a pack of them
No.
hanging out in the main room.
No.
Okay.
So it is, fairly, it's getting dark, but you can see that moonlight is pouring into this room through the 4 stained glass windows that are set into the north and south walls. And from what you can see, it's just a dirt floor temple. The building seems to be fairly ransacked.
Well, let's get in there.
Okay.
Come, friends, we must defend the church.
All right. Let me
We're ready.
grab y'all here. Yeah.
Bro, Steve does not defend the faith.
You will learn.
Doesn't look like the kind of guy that defends the faith. I'm the kind of guy that fills the bowls.
Sounds very faithful of you.
So this is the temple. The floor is just plain dirt, like I said. Along these north and south walls under the stained glass windows are benches for people to sit in quiet solitude. This is a raised pulpit that you can walk up these stairs and stand and preach to your flock. And then you see that there is a door to the back on the west side.
Okay, let's go open that door.
And this door is actually half open, and you can hear giggling and the bell ringing from inside.
And I'll yell, "Shut the hell up," in Goblin.
Okay. The 2 goblins, Brito and Vark, immediately jump down. Oh, wait.
Someone say burrito?
So this image of Steve looking like Azazel from X-Men First Class.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That with a pair of wings.
Okay. One here. They immediately hop down and draw their weapons and are ready to fight. Everybody roll initiative.
Where am I?
Are you not?
It's in the back.
I'm on the map, but I'm
Yep.
not on the initiative thing.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I don't know how that. Why am I so far back?
I don't know.
Who's the tallest in our party, generally speaking?
Probably Clitaris. Although Smokey's going to be a close second.
Okay, well, the Clitaris scares me. Clitaris scares me.
Taurus is
So I'm
6'1".
gonna.
I thought bugbears were like 7 feet tall. Am I wrong?
They're pretty big on the medium scale, so
So probably Smokey's the tallest.
Okay, I'll hide behind Smokey. That's gonna be my standard party
Alright.
placement. It's gonna be hiding behind Smokey.
okay.
Which one, Smokey?
I'm in the front.
Oh, works for
I
me.
rolled super bad on my initiative, so that's working out great.
No worries. I hide behind you. That's my way of life.
All right. So, Burrito the Goblin gets to go first. And he runs up to the door and is going to take a swing with his scimitar at Smokey. 11. I believe hits Smokey.
Yep.
For 7 points of slashing damage. How's Smokey feeling?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Steve the Devil. You see this goblin run up and slash at Smokey. Smokey's not feeling so great.
Let's see. Now I'll get up to there. And let's go ahead and cast a witch bolt on him.
Okay.
Witch bolt. Do I attack with that, or is that? I think I attack.
I think you attack with it.
Yeah.
And then Witch Bolt, each subsequent turn, you can just keep doing damage as long as you concentrate on it.
Well, that's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
D12. Never get to use a D12. 8 damage.
Oof. Your Witch Bolt fries Burrito, and he drops dead.
Yep.
Okay. Weeben. There, you know there's another goblin in there. What would you like to do?
I will hide behind bugbear person.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. 15?
Okay.
Yeah, 15.
So Weeben is hidden. Yeah, as far as Vark is concerned, Weeben just vanished because he only has a passive perception of 9.
And for the movement, I will defer any movement that I can do within my movement range to whatever Smokey does.
Okay.
To stay hidden.
All right. So basically you're readying an action to move when Smokey moves. Gotcha.
Yep.
Zinc, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try and squeeze in here and cast Cure Wounds on Smokey.
Okay.
For 9 points.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Yep.
It's amazing at level 1 how a Cure Wounds can almost bring you back up to the top.
And then I can still move, right?
Yeah.
Since I'm not in. Okay, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay.
I'll probably instantly regret it, but I'm doing it anyway.
All right. Vark, not being quite as dumb as Brito, he has 1 more intelligence than Brito did, is going to immediately shoot at Zinc with his short bow. But can't even do that right because he only gets a 9. He's still dizzy from swinging around on the rope. Scaly, what would you like to do?
Staley will move back around his currently favorite elf and cast Frostbite at the remaining Goblino.
Okay, so is that a to hit roll or does he need to make a save? I keep forgetting what.
13 con.
Okay. No, Vark gets a 5. These
So
dice
he
are
takes
sucking
4
today.
points of fold and has disadvantage on his next weapon attack roll up until the end of his next turn. So his next turn he's at disadvantage.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, how much damage did he take?
4 cold.
Okay. So... you see that he like sections of his skin go from this mottled green color to black from the frostbite damage. And I'm sorry, what was the other effect of that?
So disadvantage for his next melee attack.
Okay.
Next turn.
Okay. Smokey, what would you like to do?
See. So he shot at us. Can I shoot at him?
Yeah. Yeah, you could step into the door and shoot at him.
I'll just step in and melee attack.
So he's all the way over here.
Oh, geez. Okay, my turn order thing was in the way, so I got confused about who was what. All right, never mind. And 9. All right, 10.
10 is a miss.
All right, I missed.
Cleitaris, what would you like to do?
How's Smokey doing on health?
I'm okay. Don't worry.
See, and it's great that she's a paladin too, because then we can say such thing as Cleitaris is going to lay on hands.
Another paladin may be laying hands on Cleitaris.
Right?
Oh my. Cleitaris is gonna run in there, full of paladin-ness, and attack the goblin.
Okay.
That was only a 7.
Nope, that's a miss. We are back to Steve the Devil.
Overexcited clitoris.
Oh, you know, just not work.
Down here, is that stairs going up or down?
These stairs go up to this little platform, the pulpit.
Oh, okay.
Thing with priest things.
And these are bookshelves over here?
They're benches for the elderly or infirm to sit during church services.
Oh, not a lot to really check on.
Can lazy people fit in them too?
No, well, yeah.
Okay, cool. There's something here.
Yeah, why? Go down and poke the goblin.
That's a euphemism.
Poke it with my staff, my quarter staff. 19?
That hits.
For 4 damage.
Oh,
Poke him
Vark,
on the head.
you come in and bonk him on the head and like crush his skull. And
Goblins are tiny.
Vark dies. Let me see if there's anything in this room. So in this room, let's see here. There's a plain wooden bed where the priest would be sleeping. The mattress has been torn open and the straw pulled out. The floor is strewn with the contents of 2 wooden chests, priestly vestments, and worthless personal effects. Each goblin, you find that each goblin was carrying a sack. Burrito's sack contains 3 blocks of incense that are worth 5 gold pieces each. Somebody's going to want to keep a party kitty, just to.
Yeah, somebody better at this than me, please do it. I'm not good at keeping track of it.
I have a censer in my priest's kit. Can I take the incense?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I think that was to the whole party. I don't care if she has.
Keep in mind, it's Nog Champa, so. There's a silver holy symbol of Myliki that's shaped like a unicorn's head that you estimate is worth 25 gold pieces. And some stolen and worthless personal effects. In Vark's sack, there are 3 empty vials that look like they used to contain holy water. Vark drank them. And an unlocked wooden pour box containing 37 copper pieces and 15 silver pieces.
So the unicorn thing was worth 25 GP?
The Myliki holy symbol is worth 25. That sounds like something that Smokey would probably want. Myliki is the god of the forest hunt.
Oh, cool. All right, I'll take it. There's a box? Is that what you said?
Yeah, there's a wooden pour box that has 37 copper pieces and 15 silver pieces.
Did somebody decide to be in charge of writing stuff down?
Well, if you want.
Let me out. You can have the holy symbol, though.
Okay, I'll take a box.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
We'll just go ahead and make that. Each of you gets 3 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces out of the box. I'll just divide it up.
Okay.
But at least the bell is no longer ringing.
Is the pig out front still alive?
No. It has expired rather messily.
We can still like roast it or whatever.
But that is all that's in the temple currently.
Okay.
Back.
Does anybody want to do anything before never mind, we'll go out.
Back to the town. From where you step out. Where you step out, you can see that this building is you can see a wrought iron sign that has a plank of wood attached to it and engraved on the wood or kind of burned into the wood. You can see that this is the Nightstone Inn. And that's right there.
There's probably some loot in there. Let's go. Ew.
Okay. We'll move you all over here, and I will grab you once again. Trust me, not all of these have their own map, but there are several sub-maps. Okay. Let me find the door. That's not the door. Oh, here it is. I was like, how the fuck do you get into this place? Okay. All right. And I will just go ahead and take care of this now. There. All right. So, you step into the inn. And I need to look at this tiny, tiny, tiny map. It's going to make me go blind. This room is strewn with wreckage. A giant's rock punched through the roof and landed here, destroying a giant rock punched through the roof and landed here, destroying a dining table and a pair of long benches. The remains of a bed and a wardrobe from the chamber above lie among the shattered dining room furnishings. So this went right through the roof and clear down into the bottom of the inn, through a bedroom apparently. Two smaller round tables and several chairs remain intact, and resting atop each table is an unlit oil lamp. You can hear the sounds of somebody rummaging around through pantries and whatnot coming from the door to the north. Lying on the floor in the middle room is a dead goblin with a crossbow bolt sticking out of its chest.
Okay, I'll try and sneak up to the door to the north this time. Maybe I can get that surprise round in.
Okay, hold on just a moment before you do that.
I'm gonna rummage through the bar for ale.
Okay. I mean, of course you are. Need to find
That's
this
where I'll be, behind the
person.
bar.
Steve's gonna go over around the bar also, but he's more looking for any herbs or things of that nature.
Okay.
I mean, it's been ages since he found any long bottom.
Why am I not finding this?
Even will inspect the goblin for anything of use at all.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps a new dagger.
Perhaps. Well, I mean, you found your old dagger, but
What's wrong with having more?
that's right. Everybody make a perception check.
Philip?
15 for Clitoris.
Okay.
16 for Steve.
Okay.
Top 20.
7.
So half
For Scaly.
half the party made it from upstairs where this boulder crashed through the ceiling. The room upstairs, what's left of it, you can see something shifting around in the shadows up there. So, Smokey, where were you going?
To the north room, we said we could hear something. I was going to try and open the door stealthily and try and get that surprise
Okay.
attack in.
Okay. Zinc, you're rummaging around for ale. Steve the Devil, what are you doing?
He's looking
Well,
for
I
me.
was gonna look at the bar, but since I made my check and saw something upstairs, I will flap up to the, kind of poke my head up in there and be like, hey, who's up here?
Okay. We will come back to you in just a moment. Clitoris, what are you doing? These are stairs behind the bar that go up to the second level. Just to let you know. Looking at this debris, evidently their roof was made of rocks.
I guess they'll be over here watching up the stairs just in case.
Okay. What about Scaly?
I will continue to parrot the elf, but also interested in what the bugbear's doing at the door.
Okay. All right. So Steve, make a investigation check.
That's gonna go well. 16.
Okay. So you poke your head up into the hole that is in the floor of the bedroom above you, and you see hiding in the shadows, or attempting to hide in the shadows, is a female human, and she has a crossbow, and she sees you poke your head up, and she moves her finger to her mouth and goes, shh.
I look at her and shake my head. Sure.
Okay.
Because if she's more scared of something else rather than my devil-ass looking face, then it's probably pretty bad.
She is wearing, you can make out that she is wearing black armor, has numerous daggers in a bandolier across her chest, and she just has a dark brown, like, oilskin cloak on.
I will attempt to kind of climb up towards her.
Okay.
In a slow, non-aggressive, but like trying to be quiet about it.
Okay. Hold on here. Let me move you over here.
Should I roll some sort of stealth for climbing up in there?
No, she sees you. I mean, she's not.
Whatever else, like whatever she's saying about. I wasn't sure if there's something else I'm trying to hide from.
So you see her just kind of keeping an eye down below, and you climb up, and she moves over to you, non-threatening, and she says, "Oh, thank goodness that you've arrived. I was a guest staying in town when a whole series of events happened. My name is Kella Darkhope." She says, "First, the town was attacked. There was a flying castle that came overhead, and these boulders rained down from this flying castle, and much damage was done to the town. And then apparently seeing that there was, the following day, seeing that there was, an opportunity to be had, these goblins attacked the town. I've been hiding since."
Well, we've killed several goblins, so it's probably safe. You're probably safe to come out now.
Okay.
I got some friends here. We're cleaning up, but it's good.
Okay. She's going to stick by you. She says, "Oh, thank you.
Then, yeah, so I guess I'll lead her out of the room, towards the other stairwell.
Okay. So you're going to be heading towards the other stairwell. We'll put you here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And Zinc, make an investigation check. You find a small cask of ale.
Excellent. That's about all I'm good for. So far, my rolling has been garbage. At least I got a little booze out of the deal.
And Smokey, I got to look at this room more closely. Hold on here. Smokey, make a stealth check.
I got soft 20.
Okay. You stealthily open the door, and you see a goblin here named Gum Gum that is going through. He's got a sack, and he's going through the pantry.
All right. May I sneak attack in?
Yeah. You have surprise.
Oh, damn it. I rolled a garbage. Now I don't.
So what'd you get?
4 is what I rolled.
Yeah, that's a hit.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. You rolled a 4? I thought you said 24.
No. Yeah, I rolled a 4, so if I had dex, it's like 5. No.
Okay, hold on.
That is down.
Un momento. Shuffling around bookmarks. There we go. So you take a shot, and Gum Gum is now quite perturbed. As goblins get. And still rolls like shit. I don't know what my deal is today. Everybody roll initiative. I'm going to find a dice here that's not on easy mode. Weeben, what'd you get? There we go. Shit. Jesus, Weeben.
We've not they're used to going first, but everybody else was doing all the looking and distracting and stuff. So we've been like, I guess I'll fight.
All right,
So
so
far from the fighting.
you hear Smokey call out and launch an attack. Weeben, what would you like to do? She's up in the kitchen in the north.
Okay. We've can't even dream of getting that close, but we've will attempt to.
You could certainly dash.
I could dash. Okay, yeah. Let's see how far I can get with a dash.
I believe that would be 50 feet.
That would be 50.
And I don't think you're high enough level yet to get dash as a bonus action, but
Not as a bonus. No, I have to be second level for that. So I'll just dash to behind. Just so I'm not easy to hit. To behind Smokey.
okay.
Like, yeah, Smokey, you left me behind.
Okay. All right. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will move up just to the door and just enough to get line of fire, and I will frostbite. Let's see here.
Okay.
Make sure my range. Yeah, frostbite goes 60. So, con 13
He gets a 9.
takes 6 full points of cold damage in his next attack. Weapon attack, not spell attack, but next weapon attack is a disadvantage.
Okay. So Gum Gum's not looking real good. Most of his body has turned black. His nose actually fell off.
Oh, shit.
Clitoris, what would you like to do?
I guess I have to do a double move to get to him. Clitoris is gonna run into here and use her short bow.
Okay.
Uh, 13 to hit?
That's a miss.
Okay.
All right. Steve the Devil, you are up on the second floor. You can move your movement to wherever you want to go.
Can I hear them fighting downstairs, or are they too far away?
Yeah, you can now hear the sounds of battle.
Double action. Double movement, I think I can get to probably here.
Yep. Same with her. Okay.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'll try and hit them with the arrow again. Or, yeah.
Okay.
So, 14.
Oh, that's a miss.
God damn it. Okay, fine.
Very close, though.
Shit.
Like, it's close enough that one of his ears have now fallen off.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
It's Gum Gum. Gum Gum. Moves over behind the preparation table, yells out "Bree Yark," which is Goblin for "I surrender," and then uses his short bow to make an attack at Clitaris.
I surrender. Twang!
You're right. 17 to hit.
Aha, he missed.
Oh, he did. Shit, I was so confident with that. That was the best I've rolled all
I
day.
have a short bow, he hit.
You what?
Shield versus not shield.
Oh, yeah. So 17, he misses.
No, he hit with the 17.
Oh,
She
okay.
didn't have her.
Oh, that's right. She's using her short bow. Gotcha. For a whole whopping 3 points of piercing damage. And he just keeps saying, "Bree Yark! Bree Yark!" Which, is "We surrender" in Goblin.
So he's pulling a Mars tax right now?
Essentially, yeah. And because he's behind the kitchen table, he now has half cover, so he's got a +2 to his AC. Zinc, what would you like to do? Don't forget your ale.
I would like to hop over the bar and get about as far as I can, which I think is you out here,
Okay.
while still holding on to my drink.
All right. So you've got this keg of ale.
Yeah.
All right.
And my shields. That's what I got. I got booze, shield.
The important stuff.
Yeah.
Weebin.
So I realized that you were right. I do have a bow. I didn't look at my starting equipment properly. I thought I had one of these things, not one and one of these things.
Yeah, there's like some choices there, but I think usually you at least start out with like a rapier or a short sword, a short bow or something else, and I think you always start with like 2 daggers.
Yeah. Until you said that. Oh, that's where he's getting the 2 daggers from. I have a short bow too. So I have a short bow. Good job. What is this right next to me? Is this the table?
Yeah, it's a small or a servant's table.
Okay. I will move to about here. And
You have half cover, so it's a +2 bonus to your AC.
sweet. I will attempt to shoot
Okay.
one at the half level.
All right.
Well, that didn't do very well. 11.
No, your arrow sticks into the table here.
Ooh. Did I manage to hit some food at the same time? Turn into a little food ice cream?
No.
Yeah.
Anything with a bonus action?
Can I shoot another arrow?
No. Well, no. But you could throw a dagger.
I will throw the dagger in the well and see how this goes.
Let me check something here. Yeah, you could throw a dagger.
Sweet. Oh, man. 15?
Oh, because of his half cover, you just miss, and it sticks into the table next to your arrow. And he just keeps yelling, "Bree Yark! Bree Yark!"
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy upstairs.
And nobody speaks Goblin?
Actually, I think Smokey does.
I do, yeah. I mean, I can translate, but he's not really surrendering, so.
Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will repeat my prior movement because I can't get close enough to bite him. And frostbite him again. Con save 13.
Oh my god, he got a 14.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Just in case, only a failed save causes anything. So that's, in essence, a miss.
Oh, thank God. Clitoris. Yep, it's going to be the whackening.
Drop my bow. And we're going to go two-handed with my sword here.
Okay.
14 to hit?
That just misses.
Dang.
So now there's a big chunk taken out of the table.
That poor table.
Yeah. Steve, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I'll do a double movement and I'll get up over here. I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? What you got going on?
Okay. She will also do a double movement. And she gets just behind the table.
Yeah, and I'll point her. I'm like, hey, guys, I found a friend.
And as she's running, she's notching another crossbow bolt. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'll try and shoot again, even though I'm missing crazy. Okay, that's got a hit. I got 19.
19 hits.
Yeah, better. Okay.
The ranger who is now for the first time hit with her bow.
And I rolled 7 on my D8.
Oof. Yeah, so your arrow goes right through his throat, and he collapses to the ground in front of Clitoris and looks up at her and goes, "Bree, yark," and dies.
Yeah, he wasn't really surrendering. Don't worry.
In his bag, or his sack, goblin sack, Gungun's sack contains several muffins, a block of cheese, a cooked chicken, the whole chicken, a frying pan, an iron pot, and a bullseye lantern. 2 flasks of oil. Those could be useful. The bullseye lantern could be useful too. A set of cook's utensils. A jar of cloves worth 1 silver piece. A jar of saffron worth 1 gold piece. A dented silver jug worth 20 gold pieces. And a cracked hourglass that would be worth 25 gold pieces if it were repaired.
Can I toss the lizard the chicken?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take those cloves.
I will snap the chicken out of midair.
I want some chicken. Bullshit.
What?
There's muffins.
While they're fighting over chicken, I'm gonna fly up through the hole in the ceiling to go see what's going on level 2.
Okay. So yeah, you can see that another boulder, obviously where Scaly is standing, hit the corner of the kitchen and knocked a serious hole in it. Upstairs.
I'm gonna take my drink upstairs.
Okay. Hold on just a minute. All right, so, yep. Anybody else who's going upstairs, you can move your tokens to the second level, or first level. Their map's a little wonky.
Scaly starts randomly mixing drinks from the available bar stock.
Okay, but your drinks taste awful because you're lizard folk. You make things like like from Venture Brothers, Rusty's lemonade punch, which is just hideous. So, Steve, you fly into this room. Most of the furnishings in this room are destroyed. A rock has flattened the northwest corner of the inn. Hanging on the east wall is a tapestry depicting a mountain landscape, and tucked under the window in the southeast corner is a locked wooden chest. So the chest is here.
I'll investigate the chest.
Okay. Yeah, it is locked.
Like internal lock or outside, like.
So interestingly, this chest, make an investigation check.
11.
So, as far as you can discern, this chest appears to be of dwarven make. I mean, it looks like it belongs in a dwarven hall. And the lock on this chest is not the usual padlock. It is an internal mechanism built into the chest itself. So it's almost like a dwarvish steamer trunk.
I was going to smack it with my stick. Well, I'll yell down to the group like, hey, I found a fancy chest. Anybody got a lockpick?
I double found it up there.
Okay.
Did you say fancy chest?
I will grab Weeben, and Kella is going to stay downstairs. Smokey, are you going upstairs?
I don't know. I just wanted to ask if anybody asked Kella what the deal was with the big boulders.
So she again relates her story that she says I was just a guest staying here. I was traveling through the area. Make a perception check.
11.
So you're looking at her. She is wearing black leather armor. She has a bandolier full of daggers. And the daggers, the pommels of the daggers are like engraved elk horn. She's got a pretty nice crossbow. Her leather armor is all black, and she's wearing an oilskin traveling cloak. And she tells you, she's like, I was just a traveler, and I was staying here, and these giants in a floating castle came over the town of Nightstone and rained down boulders. The giants then dropped out of the sky on ropes, and they stole an obelisk from the middle of town. Nightstone was named after this black obelisk that was in the middle of town. And she says, history of the town, I asked some locals about it. They said that, it detected as faintly magical, but they figured that it was something from a bygone empire. These giants came down, stole it, went back up the ropes into the castle. Then a day later, taking advantage of the damage to the town, the goblins came in and attacked. I'm so glad that you guys found me, because I was hiding and I was worried that the goblins were going to find me. She says all the townspeople ran away.
Okay. Sorry, I made you repeat that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, you're looking at her, and she's I mean, maybe she's just a traveler, but she's armed like somebody that you wouldn't want to meet in a dark shadow.
I
Yeah.
offer her a drink and attempt to smile.
Ooh.
Make a persuasion check.
Walk at 7.
You beat her 3. She reaches over and takes a drink. She's like, "Thank you." She looks at Smokey. She goes, "You travel with a lizard folk? You're braver than I."
Wow.
So, Weeben, as a rogue, did you take expertise in thieves' tools?
Naturally.
And you get expertise in one other skill. Which one did you take?
No.
Awesome. So go ahead and make a dexterity check with double your proficiency bonus to see if you can unlock this chest.
Do we have any other rogues in the party? Or anybody? Nope, no rogues. Just me. Alright.
I mean, I don't know if Zinc can cast Bless on you, but not yet.
I could help or something. If you want some help, I'll come up the stairs and use the help action.
Well, I mean, Steve is right there. I suppose Steve could use the help action. Although the help action on picking a lock, I don't know what he would do. He'd probably, stick the pick right there. No.
I will creepily rub his shoulders like you got this, big guy.
Do I have to roll a disadvantage now?
yeah, like the creepy manager giving you the shoulder rub. No, you don't have to roll a disadvantage.
Okay, dexterity with the double proficiency. All right, so that is math 15, 16, 17.
You are having a problem getting this chest open. You don't break a lockpick or anything, but it is a fairly difficult lock.
I'd like to take a moment, calm my nerve, shake off the creepy hand touch, and try again.
Okay, hold on.
Anybody got a pry bar?
I do actually, as part of my Dungeoneer kit, I think is one of those, right?
Killa yells up the stairs, and she says, "If you go into the room that I was hiding in, could you bring me my pouch with my money? I left it in there."
Is she a thief?
She's gotta be. Look at her. I'll bring up my pry bar and stuff to try and get that lock open. Kella can get her own crap.
Okay.
Taurus will go get the chick's crap and look through it before I give it to her.
Okay, so yeah, you find a pouch that contains 8 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
So evidently, if Kella is a rogue or whatever, she evidently hasn't stolen anything. Not if she only has 8 gold pieces. So let's see. So Smokey's going to give the help action. So Weeben, you can go ahead and make another check with advantage.
Son of a bitch, that was worse than the first roll.
Even with advantage?
Yeah. And then I'm level 1, so like my natural dex is 16, so I have a 3 in that, and proficiency bonus is only 1 at level 1, right?
No, it's +2.
Oh, ooh, shit.
So that should be a +4 to your check.
So the last check should have been, what did I say, a 17?
Yeah.
Should have been a 19 then.
That's still not enough. What'd you get this time?
All right. Oh. I'm going to assume that since I was doing my math wrong, that let me re-roll.
Yeah, I'll let you re-roll. And at advantage, because you're getting the help action.
Then with the advantage and the help action, I rolled a nat 20 for 27.
Okay, so it's a combination of picking the lock enough, getting enough tumblers in place that Smokey can actually pry the lock open. And inside, you find a suit of chainmail that's sized for a dwarf, a dwarven helmet, and a leather bag that holds 45 gold pieces and 2 gemstones worth 100 gold pieces. And there is a vial that is a potion.
Ooh.
You can make an Arcana check if you want to check. Anybody can make an Arcana check if they want to check what the potion is.
I don't have Arcana. It's not my thing.
I can roll the Arcana. I'm standing right there.
Sure.
Apparently not. It was a 7.
I got 13 somehow.
So on a 13, you recognize that this is a potion of heroism.
Cool.
It's like a light blue fizzy liquid in a crystal vial. It is a potion of heroism.
Can a dwarven helm go on my big old noggin, or not really?
I would think that you could wear a dwarven helm if you wanted to. I mean, it might piss off a lot of dwarves that you're wearing a dwarven helm. Because,
Okay.
you know, culturally, that shit ain't right.
I hold my hand out, and then their little limbs can't reach me, so whatever.
But their hammers can reach your knees.
That's true, yes.
And they have very hard hammers.
So
Absolutely hard.
what does the, if I wore that, would that increase my AC or something?
No.
No? Oh, it just looked cool? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just for show.
Then fuck that. Okay.
Well, I mean, you could wear it if you wanted to. So you guys get down into the dining hall of the inn, and Kella points to the corpse with 2 crossbow bolts in its chest, and she says, "I waited for my opportunity from up above and took him out with surprise."
I grab some food from wherever I can find food and start. I stash some in my clothes and eat some now.
So she's got to be a rogue or something, right, to be able to use surprise.
Ranger. She's a ranger.
No, she's not a ranger. Well, kind of. Well,
You just say what?
she's one of them classes that PCs can't be. But Smokey. Smokey, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Damn. 5. I'm not very insightful.
Yeah, no, I mean, at face value, I mean, you're kind of like looking at her and you're like, yeah, I mean, what else could she be? I mean, all right, so she on face value, she's a traveler. Anybody else can make an insight check too if they want. You guys are so close.
I got a nat 20.
What is your... You got a nat 20.
+2.
On a nat 20, I'm going to say that you don't quite believe her. I mean, first of all, she's armed to the teeth. I mean, yeah, they're daggers, but she's got a lot of them. She's got a quiver of crossbow bolts. She's clearly a pretty good shot. She shot from the darkness. And you're like, why was she so scared of goblins? There was only 2 goblins. Why was she so scared of them?
And she's not scared of me.
And
That's
she's
the
not
thing.
she's not at all scared of any of you.
Yeah, we're freaks, basically. So.
I mean, she's questionable about Scaly, but she's not like scared of him.
I think if we need to disguise ourselves, we should travel as like a bestiary, like whatever the freak show word would be.
We're going to go to the Witchlight Carnival as a freak show.
You can push around like a glass box of water, like Abe Sapien. That'll be a shape of water. That'll be my part in the freak show.
Yeah. We could probably hide that way.
There was a fantastic
Gold pieces.
adventure. It was the beginning of the Empire in Flames campaign for Warhammer. That the like first level, the party meets or goes into a town, and there is a carnival, and they end up having to go down into the sewers because there's always sewers involved for any kind of fantasy game. You always end up walking around in poop. And it's because a 3-legged goblin from the freak show escapes. And you have to go track him down. And being a goblin, he's not just 3-legged. He's also a little bit potato. So, yeah.
Oh.
Downy the goblin.
So who's going to confront this lady about being full of shit? Somebody, right?
I'm just gonna point out, I've been on the streets too long to know what someone's bullshitting me. You're bullshitting me.
Okay. She flashes you some gang signs and starts saying, she says, completely off topic, she says, the weather's been quite nice for the past couple of days, but I had to take shelter when the rain came in. And she says, I'm just trying to lay low from the bad weather as it passes through. Now, the rest of you, you're like, the skies are a bit rainy, but Weeben, you speak thieves' cant. And the flashing of her gang signs with what she's saying, she's telling you, silent fool. I have business in town. Do not disrupt it.
I would like to, with thieves can't reply back, and we get what out of this? And I get what out of being silent? Make it worth my while is what I'm going to say back.
She looks around the group and she says, oh, thank you. So Clitoris, you still have her pouch. Are you giving it to her?
Well, he said that she wasn't being trustworthy, so at this time, no, I'm still holding on to it.
She holds out her hand and she says, if you'll give me my pouch, I would like to reward all of you for rescuing me.
I look at Weeben.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair.
She rewards each of you. She says, I don't have much. And she pulls out a gold piece and gives it to each of you. I mean, first level, a gold piece is a lot of fucking money. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, when you consider that a moderate inn is going to cost you 5 silver pieces to stay the night, a gold piece is a lot of money. That's 2 days worth of accommodations. So,
Scaly holds the gold piece with reverence, and you hear him say, "It's more than I ever made as a merchant."
Everybody turns and looks
I
at
would
Staley, and
like
they're
to
like,
also I would then also like to talk to her and say, is there anything more in it for us if we help you out with the thieves' camp?
She replies, "Oh, most certainly."
I'd like to look at the party and say, I feel like we should help this person. They're down and out. They're clearly thanking us. Why don't we try and help them out? What do you guys think?
I think you guys have been sitting there speaking at Thieves Camp for a while, and this sounds shady as hell.
Well, the thieves' camp is happening like
Yeah, but
instantly.
Even if they're talking to each other, we're just like standing around. Like obviously they're negotiating.
Well, she appears to. Yeah, you're probably smart enough to know when two rogues are speaking in thieves' camp, and she like her response.
You just got gold. What's your problem?
So her response to his flashing of gang signs is more like she says, "Well, you know, the rain is been getting worse, and the fog is quite dense. Perhaps we could shelter together." Oops, we lost Cameron. There she is.
Like, all I'm trying to say, guys, is what's one more set of muscles and all the stuff that we're doing? She already paid us some gold for helping her. Maybe we help her, we get some more gold. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm fine with it. Either way.
Scaling says, I like money.
She flashes some gang signs to Weeben, and she says, "With the storm passing overhead, I'm awaiting a flock of birds to arrive." Which tells Weeben that she has friends or reinforcements that are going to be showing up.
Ew.
And she flashes gang signs and says, "Flocks tend to stay together. I don't know if you knew that." Which tells Weeben that she is offering him a chance to join with her group.
Ooh. I mean, tempting as it may be, I don't just join up with anybody.
She flashes gang signs and says, it's frequent that one or two birds will leave a flock, but they always back each other when they finally land at a common location. Telling Weeben that you can join our group and still stay with your party, but you'll still have our backing.
Done and done. I'm in.
Okay.
Guys.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Smokey?
I was trying to explain, it's kind of like the mob or something. Like, you just use it to get jobs or offload stuff.
Right. So, like, they'll talk about hit in the terms of, oh, well, we're going to have to take out the laundry and do some dry cleaning. It's a lot like that.
Chaka when the walls fell.
Yes, Chaka when the walls fell. Wasn't that a song?
Should we rest?
I don't think it should be if it's not.
Yeah, this whole conversation, we can apply that as a short rest.
Okay, cool.
So whoops, that's not at all what I wanted. I now have two of everybody. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah. I've duplicated.
Yes. Everybody cast mirror image. Hold on here. So you can apply as many, well, you only have one. So you can apply hit dice to your hit points.
Did the goblin that was on the ground happen to have anything that I would want from it?
No, he wasn't successful in actually looting anything. He was shot and killed fairly early on.
Okay.
It looks like he was probably moving towards the bar, and she shot him before he got there. So he didn't even get a last shot before.
Damn. Did I recover the arrow that I shot? Was it recoverable?
Roll percentage. You want to get under 33.
Okay. Roll a what?
You want to roll percentage, and you want to get under 33.
Okay. I at least got my dagger back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I did not get under 33.
So the arrow shaft is too bent to be reused.
Okay. I rolled a 94.
So I don't know.
Wait.
With
Wait. How's that work when you roll a 0? Is it 0, 100, or is it 0, 0?
zero's a 0. If you roll 2 zeros, it counts as 100. But zero's a 0. So if,
4.
then you can recover your arrow. Yes.
Okay. I always forget how the percentages work. I was like, when you roll 100, it's bad, except when it's good. It's kind of like
generally with percentage, you always want to roll under the target number. The best time I've ever rolled percentage was playing in Nelson's Call of Cthulhu campaign, where it's a 1920s campaign, and I play a World War I veteran who's become a private detective, and I had gotten a sacrificial dagger, and then the big horror happens in the basement of this haunted house. And I run up to it, and I'm like, I'm going to run up to him, and I'm going to stab him. And I rolled an 1. It's like, okay, well, that's dead. So you stab him right through the face.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1 is good, 0 is bad.
Okay. Then yeah, I rolled a 0, 4.
We used to play Mech Warrior with percentage rules, and so like if you launched a missile strike, if you got an 9 or lower, then all of the missiles automatically hit. So if you had like an LRM 20, they were kind of fucked. Yeah, 20 missiles hitting you, that hurts. So everybody can regain your hit dice of points. I don't know sorcerers well enough. I don't know if that gives you any more spell slots.
No, that's only.
I think wizards have a feat for it, and warlocks.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones. I got to do a long rest.
All right. So, do you want to do a long rest in the inn instead of a short rest?
Is anybody like really down hit points or anything?
I'm good. I'm only down 1 spell slot. I have a second one, so I'm not hurting too bad.
Same, aged 1.
Okay. So you step out of the inn into the square. Kella tells you she says that she flashes Weeben more gang signs, and she says, I am too frightened to continue on. I'm going to stay here next to the well. What Weeben hears is that she's going to stand next to the well and wait for her friends.
So damsel in distress, y'all. Damsel in distress.
Oh, nice. Now the rogue's lying to his own party. That's fucking awesome. And it starts on day 1.
So isn't that the norm?
Never trust the rogue?
I mean, it seems like it'd be fun to see how well they can pick up on things.
So you can pick
This is
any.
a giant game to me.
You can pick any other building that you want to go investigate. You choose where you want to go. There's this building, which is a farmstead. There's this building, which is a farmstead. This one's a farmstead. You can choose wherever you'd like to go.
Should we go look at the keep or building by building in town?
Well, this one's the closest, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. So that building.
I would like to stand somewhere where I can keep an eye on her because I know that the two of them are full of crap.
Okay.
Full of crap?
I'm like,
I'm not going into a building unless the sound of being needed happens.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep an eye.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I'm gonna fly to the roof and walk around on the roof.
Okay. So I'm going to move Zinc for just a second here. So, Weeben, are you going in or staying out?
Nah, I'm gonna go in with the group.
Okay.
Like, keep an ear out for people showing up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Steve can smell bullshit.
At least you don't taste it.
Well, I mean, it's not, even if it's thieves' cant, it's not subtle. It's like a sign language you can't speak that they sat there talking for like 10 minutes.
Right.
And then it was like, everything's fine.
Right.
It's not sneaky. So, like, even if you can't understand what they're saying to each other, you still know they're talking to each other.
Well, I mean, it can be sneaky, but, I mean, it was pretty obvious that they were talking about things that were completely off topic.
Yeah.
We could have been sneaky, we weren't being sneaky.
All right. And we will come back to Zinc in just a moment. So you come into the barn, or this is a stable house. The barn has a dirt floor. There are 5 draft horses and 5 riding horses are confined to wooden stalls that line the north and south walls. Hanging on the walls are bits, bridles, and leather saddles. There are 2 wooden ladders that allow easy access to the hayloft above.
Are the horses spooked at all?
The horses, I wouldn't say spooked, but they are skittish. Hold on a second. Ooh. Everybody make a perception. Well, what is your, Smokey, what's your passive perception?
10.
Okay. Zinc isn't there. Clitoris, what is your passive perception? It would be 10 plus your wisdom modifier, and if you have proficiency in perception, your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so 12.
Okay. Steve, what is your passive perception?
I'm not inside. I was up on the roof. I don't think I should be in there.
Okay, so did you go fly to the roof of the
Yeah, I'm on this building's roof.
or you're on the stable's roof? Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
are
so
technically
going from the lower doors up.
outside. Hold on here. Try to see if there is.
Survey going. I went to the top to see what's going on up above.
Okay. So you're on the roof. There's no actual access to the loft other than a window, and it's a small window that you wouldn't even be able to fit through. Scaly, what is your passive perception?
Bless you.
15.
Okay. And Weeben, what is your passive perception?
13.
Okay. Wait. Oh, you took expertise in stealth. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'm
Derp.
doing a lot of hiding with my little character.
And no, I'm not making that up. This goblin is named Derp. Derp gets a surprise attack. He's hiding behind bales of hay, which gives him 3/4 cover, so he has a +5 bonus to his AC, and he is going to pick one of you to take a shot at with his short bow. 12 to hit Scaly.
Nope, 15.
Okay, so an arrow lands at Scaly's feet. Hold on a second here. Which, of course, gives away Derp's position, because he's Derp.
It's on.
Chris.
Yeah.
Would I be able to look down into the barn through the hole in the roof?
Yes, you could. So we can add, hold on a second here. We will say that, now keep in mind this is a little bit difficult as far as where you actually are, but you are actually up above, looking through the hole. So everybody roll initiative. Everybody except for Zinc, because we're going to get to Zinc in a second.
Well, there goes my plan of hiding by the door just inside the barn to watch outside.
What did Cletaris get? There we go.
Yeah, I put a wing symbol on my guy to show he's up.
Between Derp and Smokey, which one of... Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Between Smokey and Scaly, which one of you wants to go first?
I don't mind. Smokey could go if Smokey has aggressive actions.
All right. I'm sure Smokey has something aggressive. So this arrow comes shooting down and misses Scaly, landing into the dirt by his foot. And the horses all immediately start to whinny and not go completely berserk, but they're clearly spooked by the goblin up in the loft. Cletaris, what would you like to do? Now, there are 2 ladders here that go up to the loft. Oh, yeah, Zinc, go for it. Chug it, chug it. Leftover Thanksgiving champagne? Oh,
No,
I'm so disappointed.
I'm not. I think that's awesome.
How much movement would climbing up the ladder be?
So, it would be 10 feet. The loft is 10 feet overhead.
So 10.
And the loft covers over the stables themselves, and then this back area here. So where this boulder landed is open.
Okay, so I can run to here with all my movement.
Okay. All right. Derp clearly doesn't like that, and he's going to take a pot shot at Clitoris. Ooh. 21 to hit. Does 21 hit Clitoris?
Yes, it does.
You take 4 points of piercing damage from his arrow from his short bow.
Is it 4 points?
Yep.
Okay.
Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run up top. I realized that I didn't add any armor to my armor class, so I've been doing it wrong.
No. Yeah, I thought your armor class was kind of low. Don't you start with like leather?
Yeah, so I should have 16. But, I think I can make it to that there.
Now that Smokey's wearing her armor, she should be much harder to hit.
That's right.
All right. So, are you dashing up there, or?
No, that was just, I can move, I got 30 feet of speed. So
Okay.
it was like, yeah, about there.
You can take a shot at him if you'd like. He does have +5 to his AC.
Well, I'll give it a shot anyway. 14.
You just missed. His AC is currently 20. So your arrow embeds in the hay bale that's in front of him.
I'll learn one day, guys.
Just wait until you get Hunter's Mark and Hail of Thorns. Scaly, what would you like to do?
Can I see him?
You know where he shot from. He is ducked down behind a bale of hay up above you.
Frostbite requires that I can see, so if I can't see him,
You don't really have a clear line of sight on him.
okay, then I will move and take physical cover behind the horse stalls.
Yeah, fuck the horse, right?
It's also got walls between it.
That's
and the
true. Yeah. Weeben, what would you like to do? So, Scaly, do you want to ready an action?
I suppose I can ready my spell if I can see him.
Okay. Steve, or I'm sorry, Weeben, what would you like to do?
Fuck that shit, I'm playing. Oh, goodness. There's stuff going on above me. I am not exactly like all of the climbing. Oh, wait. I don't have that ability yet. Yeah, I don't feel like this is a good place for me to be. It's something where all the fighting is happening above me.
Probably not. There's plenty of hay. You could dive into a hay bale and, take a stealth action.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hide underneath these stairs here and take stealth.
All right, go ahead and make your stealth check.
Well, I'm not very stealthy right now.
That was like an 8.
Oof. Total?
Let's see, I rolled a 2, plus the proficiency, double proficiency gives me 6, plus stealth, 9.
9. Well, he has a passive perception of 9. He's clearly aware of where you are. He's like, yeah, that motherfucker tried to hide in a bale of hay. Steve the Devil.
See your head.
What would
Just face the other way.
You're flying. What would you like to do? He is. Are you flying up above his hay bale? Mr. Steve, you're muted.
Yeah, my mouse was being difficult to unmute. No, I was actually walking on the roof and just looking down in the hole out of
Right.
my hey, the little bastard.
So, yeah, you can see him fairly clearly ducking down behind the hay bale.
It's a little too far away for a lightning lure. Go ahead and hit him with a basic firebolt.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
He's just a basic little gobby.
Yep, he's derp.
Well, why does the module name all of the people that we're killing?
For some reason, and I find it hilarious, they gave all of the goblins names. I think it was Chris Perkins maybe had a couple too many glasses of wine that night and decided to give all the goblins names.
Alrighty.
That's a 17 to hit the little goblin.
That hits.
No, for 3 damage.
Okay.
That kind of also explains Derek.
It does, yes. So, Derp yells out, "Briark!" As his clothes catch fire and he pats him down. Meanwhile,
Hear me yell Briark?
you what?
If I hear him yell Briark,
Yeah. Yeah, everybody can hear him yell Briark.
That is the second one that is yelled at during its fighting us. I am especially cautious of this word now.
Well, the description is goblin for "we surrender," and in parentheses, "or so they say." So outside, Zinc, you're kind of standing watch, and shit, I brain farted. What's her name? Kella is standing there kind of kicking around rocks near the well, and she turns and looks at you and she says, "Oh, you've probably figured it out. I'm waiting for some friends. I didn't really want them to show up in the middle of a goblin battle, though. I mean, they're my friends."
Sure.
You're like, "Yeah, okay." Make a perception check.
Okay.
Your friends can't be that good if they're scared of a couple of goblins. Goblins ain't shit.
15.
Okay, on a 15, you spot in the air this weird flying creature. And it's small, like maybe the length of your arm, but it's flying. And it's doing a zigzag serpentine motion as it flies through the air. And as it gets closer, you see Kella hold out her arm, and this flying snake wraps around her arm. And wrapped around its body, she pulls off a little scroll that has been wrapped around its body. And she reads it, and she turns to you, and she says, "My friends should be here shortly."
I can't wait to meet them.
Go ahead and make a history check.
History. Ugh. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you're not sure.
shady as hell.
You've never seen somebody that has a pet messenger flying snake, but apparently Kella does. So,
Super creepy.
yeah, you're like, "That's a little weird." We are back inside Clitaris, the paladin. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'll go to there and then shoot him with my bow.
Go for it. He does not have cover from where you're standing.
18 to hit.
That hits.
For 2 damage.
He takes an arrow in the chest and he's like, Briark!
Lies. Heard that before.
Derp is going to run to right about there. And he yells, Briark! Briark! And he takes a shot at Smokey. Oh. But only gets a 9 to hit. So Briark, or Derp, misses. Smokey, what would you like to do? This motherfucker just shot at you.
I'll shoot him right back. Jeez.
Somebody tries to shoot you, you shoot them right back.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
25. They're fine. Okay. 3.
Ooh. You shoot Briark in the chest, you shoot Derp in the chest, and he falls to the ground, and he's like looking up, and he goes, Briark! And then in broken comedy, he says, surrender, and dies.
They're not very good at surrender.
No, not at all.
Derp has a coin pouch that holds 1 silver piece, and he has it's an entire coin pouch with just 1 silver piece in it. And he carries a sack that has a wooden box engraved with the symbol of the Lion Shield Coster, which is a building in town. But the box is empty. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not. Inside the box are 10 silvered darts.
Ooh.
Handy dance werewolves.
Am I able to retrieve my arrow from his body?
Make a percentage check.
Uh, 26.
Yeah, you are able to pull your arrow out of him without any damage to the arrow.
It's obviously because I'm an elf.
Obviously. Aside from that, there's nothing else in this building. So, Zinc, Kella turns, while you're waiting for these guys to come out, Kella turns to you and she's like, you know, you're pretty useful in a fight. My friends could use somebody like you.
Useful because I stand out here while everyone's fighting and do nothing.
She says, well, you're not doing nothing. You're dutifully watching over me. It's clear you don't trust me. But I want us to be friends.
I don't know that I'm interested in that.
Okay. She says,
I promise I won't kill you anytime soon.
she says, you're a Triton, right?
Indeed.
She says, I have some friends in a town not too far from here in the Desrin Valley. We would have use for somebody who is a Triton.
In what way?
Well, you have the ability as a Triton, and I don't know much about your people, but I understand that you have a way with aquatic creatures.
I do. My friends of the sea and I are very close.
That could be extremely useful to my friends.
Well, it would depend on what you wanted me to do. Because I serve a higher power, and I'm not interested in compromising the oaths I've taken.
She says, oh yeah, you're a cleric. I forgot.
Yup.
She says,
Yeah.
we're after she says, my friends and I are actually after a magical object of great importance. And she says, are you familiar with the Kraken Society? The Kraken Society!
If there's any secret society I'm going to be familiar with, it's probably the Kraken.
So, yeah, go ahead and make a history check with advantage.
Soft 20.
So, soft 20, you know that the Kraken Society, or as Phantom Lim would say, the Kraken Society, and then declare that serrated knives are only good for bread. The Kraken Society is a cult that is dedicated to a Kraken, and you know that the Kraken are, there are a couple of Krakens, but the most notable is, and I forget his name, and it's probably unpronounceable, but the Kraken are, they're kind of the Forsaken Children. They are almost older than the gods. And there is a Kraken that floats around the Sword Coast. It ranges pretty far. But there is a cult that's built up around worshiping this Kraken. And under this Kraken, you know that there are numerous aboleths and other aquatic deep creatures that follow this Kraken. But the Kraken Society generally is land-based people. You also know that in the Moonshae Isles, there's this weird phenomenon that is not known to most people, where they take their youth when they pretty much reach the preteen stage, 11, 12 years old, and they drown them and send them to the Kraken. And then later they come back. This is a pretty widely known belief that these kids come back.
What is dead may never die.
Right, what is dead may never die. And, but Kella tells you that her group is the Kraken Society is obviously not good. She tells you, no, we're not a part of the Kraken Society. We are opposing the Kraken Society in an attempt to regain this this object. And she tells you, she says, what do you know about the elemental orb of water?
Probably a lot. I don't.
In a previous life, you probably know a lot about it.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't know that Carrie was with us for.
I missed a lot of the crushing wave. But
Yeah, you weren't here for the crushing wave.
right, that was when I moved I made it just in time to hear the crushing wave jokes, but don't actually know what they refer
Right.
to.
Right. So make a history check.
Wait, I thought I rolled it.
And you can make that with advantage as well.
Okay. 19.
So a 19, you know that there is a cult out there that is currently searching for the orb, and this thing is supposed to be completely deadly. Like it will, if it is, it's basically a pocket nuclear device that if they let this thing off, it is going to cause flooding and tidal waves and all manner of terrible things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you that this is, you know, she says, we're traveling to the town of Tribor, and this is where they're at. But she says, my group of friends are trying to establish bases of operation to counter this, but we are traveling to Tribor or actively going to Tribor to try and obtain this device. Now, people who played in my Princes of the Apocalypse campaign, which would be definitely Billy and CL and maybe Cameron. Oh, and of course Jeff. You may remember
Like the first 8 weeks or so, and then
right.
moves to the end.
So I don't know. You might remember there was a brief run-in in a tavern in Tribor where you were trying to fight off cult members and followed them to a cemetery where this thing was hidden.
Mm.
That is the background. This is happening at the same time.
Okay, so it sounds like as a cleric, what I probably want to do is align myself enough to find out where it is and then steal it from the thieves, retrieve it from the thieves.
Okay.
Because I don't trust her as far as I can throw her.
Make a insight check.
But I know that it's dangerous enough. I don't want it to be just out there. Ugh, God, this really sucks.
Yeah, you know that she's you recognize that she's not a good person. But other than that, you don't know really what she's talking about. The rest of you come out of the stable, and where would you like to go from here? Yeah, there's a farmstead over here.
I want to ask if any interesting information came out while we were inside. Knowing that she didn't trust her, and figuring that she probably pounded her for some information.
I'm gonna say no. We just been standing out here.
At least Clitoris didn't pound her for information. Okay.
So it's saying you don't trust me.
So, Weeben, I guess you're going with the rest of the group. Yeah, I mean, Zinc, are you going to tell Weeben what you found out, or?
No.
So now you don't trust him either.
Well, it goes back to, I mean, Thieves' Cant is not silent and non-visual. Like, it's true that we can't understand, but it's clear they spent quite a while talking to each other and then trying to convince us to do something based on what they talked about.
I did not share any of the information. I was like, yo, there's definitely some stuff going on here. We might be able to help them if they help us. We got some gold out of it. There might be some more gold in it for us.
I know, but I'm saying we were all there, so we know that that there's more to it than what meets the eye. So I'm gonna hold my cards close to the chest.
I see how it is. See how it is.
So you move to this farmhouse, and the farmhouse you can see has already been completely ransacked. But in the field, and you can through the checking of the farmhouse, you can see that there's like contents of the house is thrown all over the place. There's an open book that appears to be like a history of the people that lived here. They were evidently the Holvarans. And the Holvarans were potato and turnip farmers. In the middle of the potato and turnip field, a boulder landed, and you estimate that this must have been Nestor Helvarn. He was killed when the boulder hit the ground. He was tending the fields. But other than that, the farmstead is empty. You do find 2 silver pieces.
Since his squishness is still there, I'm going to give him his last rites and...
All right. Anywhere else you would like to go?
What is growing in this field?
Potatoes and turnips.
I'll taste them.
All right. Potatoes.
Another thing that's potato.
I'm gonna hop up on top of this building and take a look now that we've gotten closer to look at the windmill, see if anything looks odd there.
Did anybody take any horses from the stables? No? Really? Okay. I'd probably crush one, but I thought other people might want.
Yeah, you wouldn't crush it. You're still medium.
When we leave, we can take horses.
Yeah, I want a horse.
So, Steve, mounted above this building's entrance is a circular blue shield emblazoned with a stylized golden lion. The symbol is of the Lion Shield Coster, a trading company. And looking down, you see the door to the trading post hangs open.
Oh, I'm totally going in the trading post.
What about the rest of you?
Trading post sounds like a good place to find some things to steal.
Let's go.
Sure.
All right.
After giving this guy his rights.
And stealing a potato from my sack.
Potato!
I mean, I was living on the streets. You take food when you can get food, okay?
We always have to have a potato. Everybody make a perception check. Then it's really easy. But Scaly didn't make it.
6.
Neither did Zinc. Oh wait, Zinc actually did make it.
7. Sorry, 7.
I got 11.
22 for Steve.
Okay.
And 18 for Clitoris.
This will be the last battle of the game.
Last battle of the game. I don't think we're ready for the big bad evil yet.
Yep. You have to fight a dragon.
TPK. I foresee a TPK.
Oh. I was like, why the fuck is this not working? Because I'm on the wrong layer. Scaly's already there.
Zink stay outside, right? Oh, he came in?
No, Zink came in. I assume Zink. Are you going back inside, or are you following the party, or are you waiting?
Yeah, I'll follow the party because I've basically decided if the opportunity presents itself to help her in an effort to undermine their mission and steal the orb and get it back to a safe place, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Okay. Boy, Jilk only got a 5. Everybody roll initiative. I will describe this room.
Right, I'm going to use my Vigilant Blessing to have advantage on this initiative roll because I got a nat 1.
All right. Well, that's better. So Zink's going to cause all kinds of a ruckus. All right. Between Scaly and Steve, which one of you wants to go first?
I'm fine waiting.
Okay.
I'm good either way.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll take it.
Between Clitoris and Weeben, which one of you wants to go first?
Either way.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna hide for my first round anyway, so.
Well,
Okay.
then I'll take it.
So as you come into this trading coster, you can hear that there is a ruckus of, shit being tossed off shelves onto the floor and all manner of stuff. He does notice you come in and readies himself, but neither party is surprised. Zink, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to try a little Sacred Flame.
Hold on here.
So that is a Dex 12.
Okay. I will say
that
you can see him. He gets a Dex 12. All right. 14.
Dang it. Okay.
So does he take half damage from that? Because, Sacred Flame drops from the ceiling.
Let's see, saving radiant. It just says must succeed or take radiant.
Okay, so
There's no benefit from
on a success, he takes nothing. And he immediately yelps and jumps out of the way, and he's like, Briark!
You keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Scaly. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will move my 30 feet to get a better view.
Okay.
And frostbite, because I also don't know what Weark means. 13 con save.
You can't see him.
Oh, I thought those might be half height or something.
These are full-length shelves.
Okay.
So he is obscured.
See him then.
So are you readying a spell, or?
Sure, already if he comes into view.
Okay. Steve the Devil.
Let's see. We'll make it to here,
Yep.
and we will hit him with. A nice firebolt would be fine.
Okay.
21
Yeah, that hits.
for 7 damage.
Ooh. And Jilk lights on fire from the inside out and turns to ash and falls into a pile on the floor.
Damn.
During their initial search, the goblins pulled almost everything off the shelves and broke many of the store's for sale items, including bottles, lamps, ink jars, spice jars, and crockery. Nevertheless, many items remain intact. Everybody make an investigation. Well, you don't have to make an investigation check. You're able to find and rummage around all the stuff that fell off the shelves. Anything from the player's handbook equipment section that's worth 10 gold pieces or less, you can pick 1 or 2 items. So, Smokey, is there anything that you would like to pick up?
I need to grab my player's handbook and rifle through it.
All right, well, we're waiting for Smokey. What about Zinc? Well, I'll give you all a minute to look through your player's handbook. If you're ready, say aye.
Aye.
So, Scaly, what would you like?
Nicer clothes. Still merchant-like.
Yes, you can find a set of fine clothing, completely, well, almost completely clean because it's been dumped out onto the floor, but you can find a new set of fine clothes.
Steve is ready.
What would Steve like to pick up?
I don't know if it's in the player's handbook, but Steve's going to look for a brand new pipe and a big bag of herb.
Yes, you find a wood smoking pipe, and actually roll percentage.
Steve's been out of herb for way too long. 67.
So you find a pretty well-carved wooden smoking pipe, and you find a small bag of pipeweed. Halfling pipeweed.
What was the cost again?
Anything under 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Can I grab a quiver of arrows and some perfume?
Yes.
Yep.
That way clitoris smells good.
Important.
You find a crystal vial labeled Summer's Eve.
Oh, Clitoris smells like a summer dude.
Smelling this, it smells like vinegar and water. What's going on? Is this salad dressing?
Salad dressing, perfume.
Yeah.
No worries.
Lizardfoot thinks you
said
smell
only get 2
great.
items?
I'm sorry?
You said 2 items, right?
2 items under 10 gold pieces.
Damn. Alright, yeah, I'll get an ink bottle.
Okay?
That's 10 gold pieces right there, so I'll just take the ink bottle by itself.
Okay. Well, you can take one other thing. 10 gold pieces or less.
Oh, these. Oh. Then, yeah, I'll get, arrows as well.
Okay. There you go.
I get a bucket and a healer's kit.
There you go.
Okay.
That sounds creepy. I want a bucket.
Well, sometimes a healer needs a bucket. I mean, what if you're disemboweled?
Fires that are starting, you guys think. You gotta put them out somehow.
Well, like I said, if somebody's disemboweled, you need a bucket.
Well, that's true too. But it'll mostly be for water. So,
All right.
for safely putting out our campfires. Responsibly.
Did Zinc find anything?
I want a flute
Okay.
and calligrapher supplies.
All right. There you go. What about Clitoris? Did she already go?
I thought we discussed this. Like, I got perfume and some arrows.
There you go. All right. So that's what you find on scattered around the floor in the trading coster. Aside from that, the building has already been completely ransacked. And we are back to here. We will break.
Sorry, I changed my mind. I don't want a flute. I want a net.
Okay, you can take a net.
Tools are on them. Oh, damn it.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that goes with your Triton theme. Go net and trident. You could be a gladiator. We will break here, and we will pick up more of this next week. You are still level 1. I actually, I thought in 3 hours that we would break level 1, but you have not, which actually I'm happy about because this campaign is only 1 through 10. So that's good.
Cool, good to know. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
I will see you guys next week, and we will continue on with the story, and we will continue from there.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.